What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, Virgin Graphics. In today's video I'll be teaching you guys how to design this simple fashion house flyer in CorelDraw. If you're new, consider subscribing by clicking on the red button below and turn on the bell icon in order not to miss any of my future upload. Over here guys are the stock images we'll be working with. I'm going to put the link of all this in the down description below. So as you can see, I've taken out the background of this image. Alright, so if you don't know how to take out background in Photoshop or in CorelDraw, you can go and check out my previous video, our video where you can learn how to take out background in Photoshop and in CorelDraw. I'm going to put the link somewhere around here for you guys. Alright, so also for this, like I said, I'm going to put the link of all these images in the down description below. So without any further ado, let's get straight to the video. Alright, welcome to CorelDraw guys. So the first thing we're going to do guys is change our paper size, and as you all know, to change our paper size, you go up to your locate your property bar, and this is your property bar over here guys. So if you locate your property bar, just come over to this, because the size we'll be making use of is A5, is an A5 flyer. So come over to your page size, click on it this way, and locate A5, click on it, and boom guys, as you can see, your paper size has automatically changed to this. So the next thing we're going to do guys is you come over to your unit, that's your drawing unit, and change this to inches instead of millimeter. Change this to inches. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do guys is we're going to come over to our tools and select our rectangle tool here. Alright, so you know, in CorelDraw, if you're designing, you need to get like your rectangle to create a border shape here, or we can call it a frame. All right, where you're going to work, but because without that you cannot actually do anything here. All right, you cannot actually do anything here. All right, so to do that, now you're going to come over to this and click on your rectangle, then draw this way. All right, if you're using a lower version of CorelDraw guys, all you need to do is just double click on this rectangle. It's going to bring itself here, but for the sake of this CorelDraw, it does not work here. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to click on this empty space, all right, just to copy this the same size of this empty frame we have here, so that it's going to match with this rectangle. So I'm going to click on this empty space, then copy the first size we have there, which is the 5.827, then select the rectangle tool, select the rectangle which we drew, and I'm going to select this one, then paste it there, Ctrl V. As you can see, I've pasted. So if you click enter, you will see the size have changed. Then click again and select copy this one, Ctrl C, then select your rectangle tool and select your rectangle and paste this same place, and click on enter. As you can see guys, it has fitted itself to the frame. So like I said, if you're using a lower version, just double click on this rectangle, it's going to bring itself here perfectly. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is remove the black stroke. This is a black stroke or an outline. All right, so to do that, come over to this sign here, the right sign which we have here, and you're going to right click on it and select set outline color, and this is what you're going to have. So the next thing we're going to do guys is we're going to import our stock images for this tutorial. So to do that, you're going to right click over here, select import. The shortcut is Ctrl I. All right, so or you can come over to your menu bar. This is your menu bar guys. So once you come over to your menu bar, click on it, and you're going to see import. It's just the same as right clicking over here or right clicking over here and select import. So it's the same thing as going to your file, locate your menu bar. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is come over to where my files are saved, YouTube videos and fashion flyer design. So I'm going to select all of this. All right, all of these images. So I'm going to click on import. All right, click on import, then you will see something like this. So what you're going to do guys is just drag, click and drag. All right, click and drag, or you can use enter on your keyboard to just paste everything at once, but I prefer this one now. So guys, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to import the text for this tutorial. So I'm going to come over to this notepad which we have here, and I'm going to use Ctrl A to select all, then Ctrl C to copy. Don't worry guys, the text is over here. All right, it's over here. This is it, the text here. So what I'm going to do is copy, then come over to my CorelDraw, select my tool, my text tool, then you're going to click over here. As you can see, we have a cursor blinking over here. So if you're done, if you see this, all you need to do is just use Ctrl V to paste, just as simple as that. But as you can see, we have a black background, so we can give it a white color so we can see our text. All right, so I'm going to reduce this way, and this is what we're going to have, guys. So the next thing I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to bring in this image. All right, this is the main image I'll be making use of. All right, like I said, guys, this is a fashion flyer, it's a fashion house flyer. So I'm going to scale this down up. All right, to scale your image in coreldraw, please don't use this anchor point, the middle one. If you use this one, you have disfigured the image. If you use this one, you have disfigured the image. If you use this one, you have disfigured the image, and if you use this one, you've disfigured the image. So what you're going to do basically is hold hold your shift on your keyboard, shift key on your keyboard, then drag this way. As you can see, guys, drag this way, and this is what you're going to have, guys. So now I'm going to place this just right here. I'm going to scale it more. I'm going to scale it more, make it bigger, and guys, this is what you're going to have. So I'm going to leave this to this and just basically place this right here. All right, guys, so right now I'm going to power clip this image, all right, into this frame. All right, so we're going to power clip this image into this frame. So to do that, we're going to right click, all right, then select power clip. You're going to right click on the image, select the image and right click on it on your mouse, then select power clip. Then this arrow is going to come up, just point it to the rectangle which we created earlier and click on it, then right click on it. Once you right click on it, it's going to put itself into the frame. So as you can see, we have this, all right, it's inside the frame now, as you can see. So now what we're going to do now is I'm going to bring in this logo, place it just right here. All right, so I'm going to scale this down a bit. All right, this is the name of the fashion house, African Hibiscus. All right, so we're going to just place that right here, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. I'm going to cut this text, select it, and use Ctrl X. All right, then use Ctrl V to paste it over here. All right, this is actually a flyer showing that this fashion house is open. All right, just we don't have much text here, just the now open and the office address. All right, so and the contact address, just that's what we have here, and we're going to be showing some of their products, which is this. All right, so as you can see, some of their products. All right, so these are things we'll be portraying on this flyer. So now what we're going to do now is I'm going to select this one, then I'm going to use my enter key on my keyboard to break this apart this way. Now I'm going to use my pick tool to drop the tool. Now I'm going to use Ctrl plus K to break it apart. Once you press Ctrl plus K on your keyboard, as you can see, everything is now on its own. All right, so I'm going to change these fonts now. So the font I'm going to be using for this is called All Bright. So let's try this All Bright. I think it's All Bright. All right, not All Bright. So we're going to use Ground Personal Use. All right, so this is the font, guys, Ground Personal Use. I'm going to put the name of all these fonts in the damn description below for you guys. So I'm going to change the font of this also to Ground Personal Use. All right, so as you can see, guys, basically when I'm designing, like I always tell you guys, try and make use of white space. And what we mean by white space in design is basically your arrangements don't allow informations to be more jam-packed in design. All right, you don't need to fix every like empty spaces you see here. You don't need to fill it with information, like you coming over here, you put information here, you put information, and making everything look so busy. That is what I mean by white space. Always make use of white space, that is, make use of more of leave more of spaces on your design. All right, so now I'm going to scale this up this way. All right, so this is what I'm going to have. So I'm going to leave this as black, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in this with color. All right, I don't want to fill in this with just color, but since we are making use of African culture here, like you can see the dresses is more of African cultures. All right, African culture and African dress. So I'm going to drag this, I'm going to copy this image. All right, I'm going to copy this image right here. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to place this here, and I'm going to fill in this this dress. I'm going to create a pattern with this. All right, so I'm going to use it and fill in this open, so using this dress pattern. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use my crop tool. All right, I'm going to crop out this one just right here. All right, this is what we're going to have. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to power clip this. So let me scale this up this way. I'm going to power clip this into this frame. All right, so I'm going to right click, select power clip, and place it into this frame just right here. So as you can see, it's not giving us what we want. So to arrange this thing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click to enable us go into that frame to like arrange this pattern which we have in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on this and select edit power clip. Then I'm going to place this just right here. All right, so I'm going to duplicate this pattern by holding Control, then drag this just right here. All right, I'm going to select both of it. You can hold your shift. If your control is not working, you can hold your shift. All right, so I'm going to just basically drag this here, and as you can see, guys, this is what we have. We'll fill in this with the pattern from this dress. All right, guys, so this is what we're going to have. So the next thing I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to bring in these dresses. All right, I'm going to place them just right here. So I'm going to create a box. All right, I'm going to create a box using my rectangle tool. All right, I'm going to create a box just right here. All right, so let's give it a black stroke so we can see. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring another one here just right here. All right, so let me bring this one up using shift plus page up on your keyboard, shift on your keyboard plus hold your shift and click on page up on your keyboard to bring it forward. So I'm going to bring another one just right here. All right, so I'm going to place this just right here. So the next one I'm going to bring another one just right here, and let me just reduce this way and leave this one just right here and bring it down a bit. And guys, this is what we are going to have. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select this one. Let me scale it up a bit and bring it down there. All right, so this is what we're going to have. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select this image, power clip it into this frame, this one, right click and select power clip, then place it into this frame. Now I'm going to select this one, right click again and select power clip, place it into this frame. Then I'm going to select this one, right click, select power clip, place it here, right click on this, select power clip, then place it in here. So we're going to basically adjust. So as you can see, we're having an empty frame here, so this image is not basically aligning to the frame. So I'm going to right click, select edit power clip, and I'm going to basically scale this one up this way, leave that to that. Then I'm going to do the same to this, power clip, and I'm going to basically leave this to this, and I'm going to click on finish. And the next one I'm going to do is okay, let me adjust this one. So basically this one is basically adjust, but the head is cutting off, though we are not actually advertising the hair, so we are advertising the clothes. So now I think we're fine with that. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply what's it called, a stroke to this. So I'm going to add an outline to this. So I'm going to select all of this way. If you want to select everything, just click on this empty space and drag this way. So you're selecting everything here. So I'm going to give it a white stroke. So right click on this white color here, select set outline color. As you can see, it has applied itself here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use shift F12, command F12 on my keyboard, or come over to this thumbnail here, double click on it. It's the same as bringing out your outline pen, F12 on your keyboard. All right, some keyboard doesn't work with this command. All right, so if you don't have it, just come over to this thumbnail, double click on it, this one, to bring out your outline pen, and we're going to give it let's say 1.5. That's too small, so we're going to use 2.0, and we're going to use behind fill. So check on this behind fill. Then we're going to use let's see 8. All right, 8 is fine, and we're going to click on OK. And the next thing we're going to do is to bring out those the white stroke to bring it more visible, to make it more visible. What we're going to do is we're going to apply a shadow to it. So come over to your tool, select your shadow tool, and drag this way. All right, so this is not the only way to do this, guys. You can, if you have any other solution on how to do this, you can follow it. So I'm just showing you guys in my own little way of understanding. All right, so I'm going to just apply, just click and drag. All right, so click and drag just right here. So I'm going to bring this one down this way, and we're going to reduce the feathering to this 10. I'm going to give this 10. So we're going to give feathering. Just click on the shadow, then come over to your property bar, select the shadow feathering, give it to 10. All right, shadow feathering 10. All right, I don't want the shadow to be that obvious, so 10 for this. And basically, guys, this is what we're going to have. And the next thing we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to come over to this rectangle tool, draw a box just right here. Let's give it a black stroke so we can see. All right, now this is what we're going to have, guys. Now the next thing I'm going to do is basically I'm going to convert it to curve. So once you convert anything to curve, is now an object, so you can use your shape tool to manipulate it. All right, so we're going to convert this. The shortcut is Ctrl Q on your keyboard, but if you want to do it, right click on it and select convert to curve. Like I told you guys, Ctrl plus Q is the shortcut. Now once you convert it to curve, okay, basically before we didn't convert it to curve. So if you hold your shape tool, you can manipulate this object. You cannot manipulate this object. All you can do is just this. All right, so if you convert it to curve this way, convert to curve, so now you can actually add knots, do any basic things you want to do, but we're not doing much on this. So I just want to delete this knot, and this is what we're going to have. So I'm going to just scale this one up. All right, so I'm going to use my shape tool, drag this up just right here, and this is what we're going to have. So I'm going to copy a color from this logo. I want to fill in this with this color from here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my eyedropper tool or the pick tool, then pick a color from this and fill it to this one, and we're going to delete this for now and remove the black stroke. This is a black stroke, as you can see. Now this I'm going to do, right click on this, and boom, guys, this is what we're going to have. So I'm going to duplicate this one just right here. All right, then I'm going to copy a color from this image, this one here. Use your pick tool, copy a color here, a lighter one. So I'm going to paste this here. So I'm going to select both of this and right click on it, select power clip, then place it into the frame. Now as you can see, this image is kindly behind this, so I'm going to right click and select edit power clip to take this behind. So I'm going to select all of this, just click and drag this way, then use shift plus page down to take it behind, and this is what you're going to have basically, guys. So I'm going to select this way and basically bring this to this part, and we're going to click on finish, and this is what we're going to have, guys. Now the next thing I'm going to do is, as you can see, this image is kind of floating on this, so I'm going to make it look as if is on it, like, so we're going to apply a shadow to this. All right, so to apply a shadow to this, now what you're going to do is select your ellipse tool, which is your oval shape. So we're gonna basically draw this way. All right, so I'm gonna give it a black color. Now I'm gonna change this to what is it called, RGB. So to do that, if you see this thumbnail represents the fill. All right, this one is the outline or the outline pen. All right, so I'm going to double click on this fill thumbnail here. So once you do that, I'm going to come over to this color viewer, then select my RGB. All right, color mode RGB. As you can see, there's a difference, so I'm going to basically increase the black. Then what I'm going to do is click on OK. So I'm going to convert this to bitmap. Go to your your menu bar, locate bitmap, convert it to bitmap, then change your color mode to RGB, then click on OK. Now come over to your effects, then select blur. But if you're not seeing this on your CorelDRAW, all you need to do is just come over to your bitmap. You will see creative under here, Under this bitmap you will see creative, then under creative you will see blur, then under blur you see Gaussian blur. So click on it. It's the same process guys, but just different places. All right, so come over to your effects, blur, choose Gaussian blur. Then this is what you're going to have guys. So I'm going to increase this way, just right here, click on OK. 65.8 pixels, you can use that. So I'm going to convert this again to bitmap. So once you do that, just scale this down. All right, so I'm going to place this in here. All right, so I'm going to basically, once I place it in there, so I'm going to do this, bring this one here, then I'm going to bring another one here. All right, so as you can see guys, this stuff is actually, the shadow is actually up. So we're going to bring this one, instead of making it so let me cut this and take it in first. All right, so we're going to select this image because it's actually behind, so we're going to use shift plus page up to bring it forward. So as you can see, we have applied a shadow to this. Now it's actually looking as if it's sitting on this, so, or is standing on this, so the shadow is actually much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically reduce this just right here. All right, so this is fine, this is fine. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this, I'm going to cut this the head office, so I'm going to paste it just right here, give it a black color. I'm going to cut this, the branch office, paste it here, give it a black color. So I'm going to bring this one just right here. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the font to this. All right, Capton. All right, we're going to use Capton font, but this one we're going to use just the little one, which, sorry, the Capton black. All right, so I'm going to change the font also on this one. So I'm going to change the font on this. So the next thing I'm going to do is reduce this. I'm going to scale this just right here and make sure it's aligned to this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this forward just right here and make sure it's aligned. And the next thing I'm going to do is change the font of this also to the Capton book. And so I'm going to just give it a black color. Make sure the font size is the same. So I'm going to copy this font size, select this, then paste the font size on this, then click on OK. So it's going to be the same font. It's going to be the same font guys. So the next thing I'm going to do guys is I'm going to bring this, I want to replace all of this. Instead of writing telephone here, then Instagram here, so I'm going to use the icons to replace them. So I'm going to come over to this, let's bring this down, and I'm going to bitmap this one. All right, so I'm going to convert this, I'm going to change it to black and white. So if you want to change to black and white guys, come over to your bitmap, select mode, black and white. Then this is what you're going to have guys. So we're going to have conversation mode, make sure it's on line art. So these are before, these are after. As you can see, it's written here before and after. So I'm going to click on OK, and I'm going to, the basic and why we're doing this is the basic reason why we're doing this is because I want to extract this icon from this background, because as you can see we can change the, okay, we can change the color now because we have actually done the basic thing there. So now what I'm going to do is because the way it was, we cannot change the color, so I've converted to line art. So basically now we can change the color, but we cannot extract this. So to extract this from this, we have to go to our trace bitmap, locate outline trace, line art, and wait for it to load. All right, so basically what we're going to do now is, as you can see, we have our before, we have our after. It has given us a transparent background, so click on OK. Then you can basically delete this one. Now basically, as you can see guys, ungroup it, then delete this one. Now group this, reduce it, and as you can see guys, we have our, you can actually change the color if you wish, but we're leaving it on black. All right, we're not doing color riot here. So I don't like making use of much colors in, not all designs though, it depends on what you're doing guys. Just keep it simple. And the next one we're going to bring is the Instagram. So I'm going to come over to this bitmap mode, black and white, just as we did earlier. Okay, then if you've done your settings guys, it's just there, you don't need to do any settings again. So what you're going to do is come over to your trace bitmap, outline trace, line art, and wait for it to load guys. So click on OK, then delete this one, then ungroup this, delete the white ones which we don't want, then select everything, select, click and drag this way. All right, then use Ctrl G to group, then basically reduce this. Don't always, like I told you guys, don't always use this anchor point to adjust anything. Don't click on this. All right, use this one or this one or this one. That's the one on the angle. All right, just use them and reduce just right here. So place it just right here, and we can reduce this and place it just right there. And basically guys, this is what you are going to have. So the next one we're going to do is bring in this email and the website. All right, so the email we're going to extract just as we did earlier, mode black and white. All right, so we're going to come over to the trace bitmap, line art, and wait for it to load, guys. So we're going to click on OK once it's done. All right, so we're waiting for this, and good guys, click on OK. Delete this one. I'm going to delete this, and leave us with just this. So I'm going to reduce this, and I'm going to place it just right here. I'm going to reduce this, align it to this. If you want to align, guys, let's assume it's here. So hold your shift, select this one. If you want to align it with this phone icon, hold shift, select it, press letter C on your keyboard, just this way. And this is what you're going to have, guys. So I'm going to adjust it to rhyme with the email which we have here. And guys, this is what we're going to have, guys. This is what we're going to have. So I'm going to bring in the websites, do the same, bitmap, mode black and white, and wait for this to load, guys. So click on OK, then click on trace bitmap, outline trace, line art, and that's it, guys. Click on OK, and you can basically delete this one. So we're going to bring this down and scale this down. So we're going to just place it just right here, and don't actually make this thing bigger, because if you make it big it will look so awkward. All right, so as you can see, guys, so if you look at the ruler we have, if you bring out this ruler, so you can see this is outside, which is not professional. So you're going to select this text, hold shift, select this one, then press letter L to take it to the left. L for left, right, R for right. All right, so press letter L, and sorry, okay, first of all select this one, then select this one, because we are taking from this. So this guy is going to this, and that's it, guys. So we're gonna delete this one, the ruler which we have here. So basically, guys, I want to add some little bit of stuff to this. All right, so we're not going to just leave this just like that. All right, so we're going to just add a little bit of stuff to this one. All right, guys, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select my rectangle tool. I'm going to draw this way. All right, then I'm going to take this behind this way. Then I'm going to use Control plus page up. Just be pressing it, you're going to bring itself up. So I'm going to come over to this. All right, this part, I'm going to draw a box here. I'm going to give it this color. Then I'm going to bring another one here. All right, so I'm going to draw another one here. All right, let me remove the fill. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this, make it 2. So hold shift and drag it into the box, then right click immediately. Then what I'm going to do is hold shift, then click on this box. All right, just select this one, hold shift, select this one. Then what you're going to do is select your trim over here on your property bar. So you have trimmed this this object, sorry. So I'm going to give it this color. So remove the black outline. Why we trim it is because I want to be seen through this text, because you can be seen through it. So we're going to just place it just right here, and this is what you are going to have. So let's make it smaller, and the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to come over to this part and just make a box here. All right, duplicate the box this way, give it this blue color, make it small, and we're going to just basically leave that over there. We're not doing anything much here, guys. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my rectangle tool, draw this way. I'm going to use my shape tool and give it a corner, a round corner this way. All right, so just select shape tool, select this node, drag it down, you have a round corner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this smaller, then I'm going to click on this again. All right, Then as you can see, this center midpoint we have here, just drag it down, this round thing here. Now I'm going to drag this one this way. All right, let me repeat it. So you can drag this one. Once you do this, all right, then use Ctrl+R to duplicate, Ctrl+R to duplicate this way, guys, and this is what you're going to have. So I'm going to basically reduce this one. Can leave it to that and bring another one here, give it this color. All right, can basically bring another one here, and that's it, guys. All right, that is just it. So so the next thing we have here is I'm going to bring in my freehand tool, hold my control. If you don't hold your control, you're not going to draw a straight line, as you can see, guys. So hold your control, then draw a straight line just right here, then leave this over here, give it a black stroke, and this is what you're going to have. Make sure it's aligned to this, and boom, guys, this is how we design this simple but unique fashion house flyer in CorelDRAW. It's a printable flyer, guys. We're printing this flyer. It's actually on press right now. So if you have any question, guys, don't forget, drop me a comment and make sure you like this video. All right, drop me a comment, subscribe to this channel if you're new. You can follow me on Instagram at Jim_Junior1 on Instagram. I'm going to flash it on the screen here for you guys. So guys, see you guys in my next video.